It's fun to imagine what my ideal restaurant experience would be. A restaurant that has great food but also entertains you. It should have a fancy-schmancy name because it's fancy. And it would be like a theme park ride with lots of rooms corresponding to different courses in the meal. Of course it would be popular, so there's going to be a big line. Imagine walking into the first room in the restaurant with no idea what's going on. You're at a peculiar table with a trap door in it. Next to the trap door is a serious-looking timer with a button on it. You press the button, of course, and the timer is counting down. The trapdoor slides open, and a pillar with a bowl of food bolted onto it is raised up in front of you. And all you have is a tiny spoon, and the timer now has less than 2 minutes on the clock. It's a delicious fried rice appetizer, and you eat as much as you can. But you've only eaten half of it as the timer blares a 10-second warning. Your delicious appetizer is wrested away from you, leaving you hungry for more. The payoff is that the contraption keeps it warm for you and gives it back to you later in the meal. But the people don't know this and might get mad, so if they complain to the waiter is instructed to try to give them a high five, but remove their hand quickly and say, "Too slow," laughing at them. On to the next room. The coolest sushi bars have conveyor belts on the counters loaded with sushi. Well, I want each person eating at the restaurant to have their own. The idea is to use the conveyor belt to schedule your meal for you. You are only given a small spoon, and you eat directly off of the treadmill. If you want to eat, you have no choice, only what's right in front of you. All the bowls are bolted down, and all of them contain delicious food. Things can be added to the treadmill as you go for an element of surprise. Once you get a taste of something, it takes a full 2 minutes to come back, keeping your taste buds fresh. In the next room, we have a more serious course. Your plate is an oblong saucer with a small faucet on one end. Tessa drew this one, and that's why it actually looks good. Anyways, you have some nice dish like a tender piece of meat in the saucer. But throughout the meal, new sauces are added to the dish to make it more interesting. I'm thinking like nice mole sauces or tomato soupy sauce. By the end, you can have all sorts of sauce combinations or one big yummy soup. Another idea I had is to make a straight-up video game, maybe as a side attraction. It would be a homemade little game you can't play anywhere else in the world. Probably a sort of platformer where you always start at square one. You get 10 chances or up to half an hour to play. And based on your best score, you get a different food. Of course, the foods above your pay grade are secret. There should be some super secret awesome food if you beat the high score for the week. Okay, back to crappy drawings. The next idea is an elaborate Rube Goldberg machine. Each person gets a set of buttons they use to order food. The food is in a plastic ball that travels through the machine. And the buttons change the path the ball takes through the machine, activating trap doors and such. I want there to be a trampoline, a cannon, and tubes and wires. How could your food not taste extra good after watching it travel through the machine? I also like the fact that if 2 people order at the same time, they might get mixed up. The machine should dispense fancy things like takoyaki and mixed drinks, which are mixed very well by the machine. Finally, for dessert, we have a giant fish tank full of water in the floor. The water is full of homemade gummies floating around. There should be rings and fish and random stuff. The customers have to fish out their dessert from the tank. And if you're really good, there's a secret gummy chest at the bottom. I think there should be chefs standing by to dry off your gummy. Or maybe fried gummies are delicious, and they fry them up. I have a couple other random ideas as well. Maybe there should be a full course meal of things that look like common things but taste very different. A burger that tastes like pie, or mac and cheese that tastes like burger. There should also be miracle berries, which make your tongue taste things weirdly. There should be a fancy boba tea drink, which has 2 sides. One side's a hot version of the drink, and the other's a cold version of the drink. Insulation in the middle keeps their temperatures stable. There should also be a straight-up claw machine with fancy desserts in it because claw machines are fun. So that's all the ideas. I hope you liked them. Comment down below what you think, or maybe you have another incredible idea. And don't forget to subscribe.